After a stellar 2016 on the Alps Tour, the steady rise up the golfing ranks of Englishman Matt Wallace has continued. With 6 wins on the satellite tour last season, 5 of them in consecutive events, he seemed ready for the next step, and so it's proved. It appears he learned his trade well.
I got told about it through a few friends. They said, if you want to go on to bigger and better things, you've got to learn how to travel. And the Euro Pro is great as well, but a lot of it's in England and UK, whereas at the Alps Tour, you're having to get flights and book your flights and learn how to travel and learn how to deal with time zones and stuff like that. So that was my focus. That's the reason I was doing it, and I think it's put me in good stead.
In his pursuit of improvement, Wallace turned to Matt Belsham, who's also coached the likes of world number 16 Alex Noren, and it seemed to do the trick. Back-to-back wins on the Alps Tour followed, as did an invitation to compete at the Open de Portugal. He promptly shot an opening round 63 to lead the tournament and never looked back.
I was playing some good stuff, and obviously off the back of 6 wins on the Alps Tour, I was confident. I had a great start in Kenya at the start of the year. Was leading the tournament going into the last round and came 3rd. But I took that as motivation that if I was in that position another time, I was going to go on to win. So Portugal came and I led from start to finish, and I took a lot of confidence from Kenya from that, and I'm here now.
His playing rights secured for the remainder of the 2016-17 calendar, Wallace now began playing at courses he'd only seen from afar on TV. He needed experience on his bag and turned to Dave McNeely, a veteran of the European Tour who'd caddied for major champions like the two Nicks, Price and Faldo.
Dale and myself, my old caddy Dale and I, we just kind of came to an end. It was a brief spell. He was great for the time we had together, but it just came to an end where I wanted to step my game up and really go for something where I felt like I needed someone with the experience of Dave. And he's been fantastic. I'm turning up to golf tournaments where I don't know the golf course because it's all new to me, and Dave has been here for years. So it's great to know that he's been here and I can rely on where he's going to tell me where to play my shots from.
Matt's performance dipped after his Open de Portugal triumph as he struggled to recapture some of his earlier sparkle. 5 miscuts in a row proved testing as he adapted to the demands of top-level tour golf. He kept at it though and bounced back in fine style at the Maid in Denmark, just missing out on a place in the top 5. Wallace hasn't missed a cut since and has conjured up some real moments of magic. At the Rolex Series Italian Open, Wallace was at the centre of some gripping drama as he watched a lead so painstakingly built begin to fall away. 2 shots clear at the start of the final day, Wallace did little wrong, but had to hold himself together as his rivals closed in and overtook him. He dug deep and showed character.
The day just wasn't going my way. I played really nice. Those first 6 holes, leading the tournament, under pressure, I played really nice those first 6, and I just couldn't get myself away from the guys who were chasing. And I missed a few putts, and come to 17, I was kind of down, but I was still fighting. I'd never give up, and found myself over the back of the green, chipped it in, and all the emotions of trying to keep in what I felt like I had to do to not get myself ahead of thinking I can win this tournament just explode, just came out of me. And I think that's why you can see where my hands are on my head. I just thought, geez, I've got to play another hole now. So it's trying to calm myself down and be ready for the next hole.
He eventually finished 4th, another fine outcome. And with a world-class caddy and one of the European Tour's top coaching professionals by his side, the 27-year-old Hertfordshire player could be excused for setting his sights high.
Well, my goal was to get into the last 3 events, if possible, those last 3 Rolex Series events. I seem to be able to get in the last 2, but my next goal is trying to make that top 30. I think that's a good goal because not only will it get me into the Open for next year, but if I aim to just get into Dubai, I probably will miss it. So I'm going to aim for something higher, and then Dubai will just come off the back of that.
Having started 2017 ranked outside the world's top 200, he could finish it inside the top 100. Matt Wallace looks a potential force to be reckoned with.